Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with the Rude Man. I was gonna have a little shot of whiskey. I think Carol beat me to it. Doesn't feel like there's anything in it. Carol's been getting what we would refer to as a frog in her throat. She gets where, mucus in her throat, can't get it out. And so she comes in and takes a little sip of my whiskey and says it worked great. So I thought, hey, maybe I should do that before a live stream. Maybe my voice would get better. But it put me to sleep. I'd pass out on the keyboard, so that's not going to work. Anyway, I don't have a controller here. I guess I better get one, get it turned on. I was in talking with Carol, and I heard one of my grandfather clocks going off, and I thought, it's 1 o'clock. Oh my God, I'm late. Normally I don't hear my clocks. I get used to them. I get about 5 or 6 of them go off all at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, where's my chat? Is that Scorp? Scorp came in. Oh my God, I'm missing everything. Everything. All right. There's Andy. Andy's here. Okay, so where's the chat? I missed it. Oh, there it is. Andy says hi to Nate. Is Nate here? Hey, Nate, how you doing? I missed Nate because I didn't have my my stuff going. My stuff. Scorp, how you doing today? Andy was afraid he was going to lose all of his buckets, but I don't think he did. All right, I think I'm over by the rice field. Let me take a look. I was doing rice. Dun, 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 dun. Where's all my whatcha-dingers? Here's one. Is that the one I'm at? Yeah, it is. There we go. I had the stupidest thought today. I've got 3 cameras. I got this one here, and then I've got another one in a box, and then I've got the one to outside so I can see outside that is hooked up to this other computer over here. I was thinking about taking that one in the box over there, setting it up so it shines on the beacon up here so you can see. I can put the beacon over in a corner or someplace, maybe over my head, and you can see the beacon going off when I turn the beacon on. I thought, oh God, that's getting ridiculous. I'm seeing other people do stuff like that, where they've got their self in the video, and then they've got a steering wheel, and then one guy had a steering wheel for truck driving, so you could see his wheel, and a picture of himself on the screen, and then another camera below where his feet are on the gas pedals and stuff. I thought that's getting a little bit carried away. Besides, you probably see I don't have any pants on. Man, that thing is loud. Scorpion's gonna be all excited. I bought a new toy today. a bacon can. I think I could do it. Just all it would be the beacon, just a little tiny square. I don't think that'd be too hard to do. I already have the equipment. I'll show you what I bought in a minute here. A bacon camera. Well, that'd have to be a bigger camera because I probably have like a 1,000-pound pig in here. There's some bacon. I need some chapstick or something. I need either that or some sandpaper. My lips are just peeling for some reason. Not like I've been outside. Ooh, root beer. My dentist gives these away, and they got all kinds of flavors. I always go for the root beer. I got a Pepsi one around here someplace too. Tastes like a regular Pepsi. Oh God! Whoa! Settle down. At the top in the center. Well, that's where it's at, actually. It sets right above. Yeah, right up here. Well, it would be center screen, so it'll be over there. But in real life, it sets right above the center of the screen. That shelf is a little bit down lower than the monitor, because on that shelf is a 55-inch television, and it's on a stand. So the actual stand is a little bit lower than that, and so I have to put the beacon on an upside down coffee cup. Ultra shows in house. Oh, really? Oh, this map was in 2015 or 2017. I can't remember. I originally played this in either 2015 or 2017, and then of course it's been ported over in every other iteration of the game. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2015. Scorp backed me up on that. All right, so that's back in place. So let me put some flight on here. So Ultra, have you actually seen the map, or did you just come in to the stream? Because it's a nice map, and it hasn't changed much. They've added some graphics. They've added a few goodies in here, but this is exactly how your farm comes. Right here, I didn't put any of the buildings in. This is what comes on it, and it's even got some production on there. I did put some production on. I put this production right here. That's a corn dryer, and then I put this production right here, and I put that silage maker right there. But if you look at the map, the fields are fairly good size, and although they look flat, they're not. Some of them are, but they're not all flat. As you can see, that one over there has got some texture to it. The fields are pretty good size. The map is split up by this river here, so there's a couple bridges that take you across, and then you've got some more production here. This is all on the map. There's some hops down there if you want to make some beer. There's some cranberries. Farms right there. There's some orchards right here, and a train station. There's two trains. One's on that side of the map, and the other's on the other side of the map. And they do meet up at a station. Not this one. The trains do meet up, and they are functional. You can use them. Then you've got more production shops and things. There's this right here, which is what, a beer company? Yeah, this is a beer factory. That comes on the map. There's the town, which is kind of nice. It's a nice little town, and a little dock out here. Some more things that you can work with the trains. You can store things in here and pick them up and haul them around. The trains are a little bit different than they were when they first came out in the game. These trains, you have to rent them if you want to use them. Otherwise, they go on their own. Here's the dock over here. And let's see. This is I'm not sure. What is this? Oh, this is a dairy. So there's a dairy there. Another little restaurant or grocery store or something here. I don't know what the hell that is. There's another. Oh, and there's where the two trains meet up right here. So if you want to store stuff in here, you can send it either way. You can either send it east or west. Are we east or west? Where's my mini map? Maybe it doesn't show when I'm in camera mode. Yeah, so there's, I mean, it's just a pretty good sized map. And it's laid out pretty well. That's a flour mill. And then you've got a sugar mill over yonder. I think that's a sugar mill. I can't remember. I'd have to go look. But all of this is production that you've got. You got, if you want to do some logging, you got all that here. Here's the animal where you buy and sell animals, livestock. This is obviously forestry right here, and you can make pallets, you can make furniture. There's a lot of stuff you can do with that. And then there's more production here. I put some of this in. Most of this is already here, but I did put this little square right here is open for you to do anything you want with. So I dropped in a vodka factory, a whiskey factory right here is Jack Daniels. I put that in. So the Smirnoff and Jack Daniels is mine that I put in. There's a bakery and a post office right here that you can actually deliver mail from. You provide water to the post office for the workers. They sort the mail. They pop it on that pad down there. You pick it up, and you have to put mailboxes in that you can deliver to, and you get paid when you deliver the mail. This is a big Sam Adams beer factory here. Some construction, and as you can see, it's just a pretty good-sized map, and it's pretty dandy. I got some more production over here. Now this production, I can't remember what that building is, but this right here was forest. And I bought this area, including this field right here, and threw a bunch more production in. So this is all stuff I put in. There's beehives here. We got a sugar factory there. We've got a breakfast cereal factory, soup. If you want to make carrot soup, parsnip soup, any kind of soup. Then there's a production here where you can make things like canned vegetables, or I make kimchi here. There's an oil factory here. We've got, these are two of my favorites. This one here is popcorn, and you can make all different flavors of popcorn. I'm making chili popcorn right now. And then you've got a potato chip that's also all kinds of potato chips, chili chips. I think that's what these are. I had a lot of chili peppers, so I made chili chips. I got a warehouse here for storing pallets and stuff over here. So we got pallets being stored in here of excess things that I've got. It's functional. And then I've got all my greenhouses here. I've got a coffee roaster here, and a greenhouse that you grow the coffee beans at. That's pretty much it. It's pretty fun. It's a good map. Patrick's here. All right, I got work to do. I think I finished. Yeah, I did. I finished the grass. We're still working on rice. Let's go see how that's doing before I go. I need to speed time up. so that stuff will grow. Oh boy, he's got a long ways to go on the rice. How come he's not moving? Oh, he's probably full up. Well, let's go. I'll show you my toy that I bought. Scorpion will approve because he likes this. Let's see. I bought one of these ugly things. That's a Mercedes-Benz. Ugly as sin. Now, this is interesting. See this bed? That bed was full, and it had a tailgate on it. As soon as I hooked the trailer up, it broke in. Weird. But I guess that's how it is. A Unimog. It's a uni. And it's got some slow shifting. I hope it's got the poop to pull this trailer here. Unimogs are cool. I think they're ugly as sin. I don't think I got the special one. Wasn't there a special one that has mirrors on the inside that are actually monitors? I don't think I got that one. That's the one I wanted. But I thought this one was the one that everybody's getting. Look how slow this thing shifts. Man, this guy's jamming hard. Look at that. Watch this guy jamming these gears. It's like he's using 2 feet on the clutch and the brake at the same time. But anyway, there you go. I got one. Yeah. It must be the other one that... now, these are under tractors, not trucks. So... let's see. I think they're in the mediums. Yeah, they are. Okay. Let's go back. Grab a medium. And that's the one I bought right there. And I think that's probably the one I wanted right here. But, because I think it's got special mirrors. No? Am I wrong? No, I think I am. I don't know what has that then. What has the mirrors now? They've got mirrors now that are actually inside the truck, and they're like computer monitors with cameras in the back. What rig were those on? Was that on the actual truck? I think maybe. Maybe, baby. This one. No, not that one. Well, hoot dang. Shoot dang. Is it this one? Yeah, this is it. Okay, see, the mirrors are on the inside because they use cameras. And those are monitor mirrors that you look at. Okay, I thought it was on that Unimog, but I guess not. Inside it has a backup camera. Beep, beep, beep. Does that make noise like that? Hey, I got the grain stuff fixed. Streamlabs been updated. Oh. Did it say Red Dead or did it say Farming Sim? So I got that to work too. Oh my God. I got it to change the title like it's supposed to. I'm supposed to just be able to hit a button and change my title for me. Because I haven't set up. Because I'm only playing 2 games. I stream Red Dead and I stream this one. So if I want Red Dead, I push a button and Red Dead stuff goes on. If I push the other button and farming comes on, it's supposed to do it automatically. It hasn't been working. And then, what else was I having trouble with? Oh, I lost my chat. Got it back finally. And I keep forgetting the memes. But the memes should be correct now for Farm Sim. So there you go. All right, let's get back to the hacienda. and stuff. The grass is ready to pick up. I need to get that picked up, but I need to also... Oh, shoot. I forgot to turn my flight off. All right, we're going to sleep it off here for a minute. It's a miracle. What's a miracle? Everything working? Is that what you mean? Hey, Scorp, you told us the other day what gas was in Texas, but you guys have a pipeline. We don't have a pipeline. Everything has to be shipped out to us. But what was gas? You said it was 2 something? I got gas cheaper than that. I had some prune juice for breakfast. It didn't cost me $2. I'm using it now, though. I don't want to teleport. I can't teleport in the pond. I'm using it to teleport back to my home. Okay. What the hell was that all about? Wouldn't let me in. All right, I got to go check the fruit and vegetables. Oh, look, look, look. The corn is ready. Woohoo, woohoo. Sorghum has already been harvested. When did I do that? Barley's still growing. Of course it is. Barley takes forever. Parsnips are ready. Now, with the parsnips, we can use that monster rig wherever 'tis. Is there a second page with this? Where's my... Oh, there it is. Never mind. Oh, it's being used for the carrots, but it's done. All right, we're going to head back in with the carrots. Oh, we missed a carrot right there. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember if I got this from the guy's webpage. I think I got it from ModHub US. It's modhubus.com. I think that's where I got this, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that might be where I got it, King Mods, because I got a lot of stuff from King Mods. So you can just Google that too. I don't know. I can't guarantee I got this one there, but I get a lot of stuff from King Mods, and I get everything else from ModHub US or FarmSim main page. They have a lot of the mods now. I didn't trust them before, but I've been getting a lot of mods from them. All right, what are we gonna do with these things here? I need to get. Where's my truck at? Let me go find my truck. Oh, I forgot I got this. Where's my truck? That ain't it. That's not it. There it is. Thomas, how you doing? Oh, hey, Ultra found it. That was quick. I was looking at the chat, running the wrong way there. I don't know if this trailer takes carrots. We'll find out here in a minute. Man, it's going to shoot him to the moon. Losing half of them. A good looker-upper. Like Swifter, he's a good looker-upper, good picker-upper. Oh, I know who the king of Gino was, the king of Google. I don't know if he ever understood I was making fun of him. I think some of you guys did. We had a guy that used to come in all the time, and you could ask him the strangest thing. You know, what's the flying weight of a banty chicken rooster or something, and he'd pop the answer in about as fast as you could even spit it out. And I would say, my God, he's the fastest Googler I've ever seen. But he didn't do it like it was Google. He was doing it to try to make everybody how that he knew so much. And everybody knew he was Googling. Oh, how long is this going to take? Forever, probably. All right, let's move on. I got to get some combines running here. Man, this guy in this Unimog must get paid by the hour, or maybe he's getting paid by the shift. It takes him forever to shift. Whoa, don't tip it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, and I couldn't remember it. Bring out your dead. Monty Python. I'm mixing up their movies, though. Yeah, Gino. I haven't seen Gino in a while. Frank's at work listening. Are you listening on your phone, Frank? Or can you answer that legally? Without getting fired. I used to have a picture of a spreadsheet. I don't even remember what the hell that was on the spreadsheet. But I figured that nobody was going to look that close. So I'd be doing stuff on the computer, and I'd see somebody walk into my desk, and I would hit a button, and it'd pop that spreadsheet up there. So it looked like I was working on the computer. I don't know if anybody ever bought it or not. As far as I know, it worked. Okay, here we go. This isn't going to work because I didn't park it here on purpose. This was just an accident because this is corn, and obviously that is a grain header, so I got to go swap this out. I'm going to block the road. People are going to get so mad. They'll be honking horns at me. Cussing at my wife and kids. All right! Patrick's drinking again. There's the corn header. I don't know where the trailer's at. No, seriously, I don't remember what I did with the trailer. Oh my God, what am I gonna do now? This is a big map. It'd take me all day to find it. I'll have to try to find it on the map. I think I can filter out all the driving equipment and just put farm equipment on. I should be able to find it. Maybe, baby. Or I can reset it, probably. Let's see if we can make it through here. 'Cause I don't, like I said, I don't have the trailer. How'd I get it in here? How did I get it in here? Open sesame. Well, that worked. I got through anyway. Whoa, slow down. All right, let's hire workers, see what we get here. Who we got working today? Oh my God, Scorpion's on the combine. All right, there's Scorpion. He's corning around. He's so corny. That's funny, huh? Did we have a grain that was ready? More corn? What? What? Did I have that much corn? Oh my God. I did my two biggest fields in corn. Why did I do that? Oh my God. That's a lot of corn. I've only got one corn header. That's not ready, I know. What's this? The potatoes are ready, but that's going to take that big harvester that I only have one of. So that's not going to work. And that's done. The sorghum's done. We can start plowing that. And this isn't ready. This isn't going to be ready for ages. Oh, I guess I got nothing else to do except for to wait that other harvester. I could lease one, I suppose. Sugar beets aren't ready yet either. Well, poop law. I got a lot of work to do. I don't have to worry about the harvest. It'll get there. This thing must not hold anything. This driver, why doesn't he just start off in high gear? Because, well, watch. The tractor actually stops before he can shift. Watch. Okay. He's going to shift. The truck will come to a complete stop before he gets the shift complete. Why doesn't he just start in the high gear? Because he is anyway. Okay, he's sped up there. Must be when I was turning. And he's still pretty damn slow on that thing. I think he slows down when I'm turning. With a straight shot, he was able to keep up with the shifting, but when I was turning, the thing would stop before he could get shifted. Crazy, man, crazy. I'm looking at the clock because I'm so thirsty. Still got 20 minutes to go. Yeah, well, in 15, that town that I showed you, didn't look like that. That's they've taken a lot of detail and added it on the town. And I forgot to mention on the tractors, not tractors, the trains. If you go to the train depot or depot, train depot, where's the train depot? Where is it? I've lost the train depot. Oh my God. Where's the tracks at? Am I on the wrong side of the river? I've lost my train. Where did it go? Okay, that one goes that way. This one goes this way. I'm turned around somehow. How'd I get turned around? Jeez, crazy. Here it is. It's way down here? Are you kidding? I don't know where I'm at. Where's my farm? I'm lost. I got spun around. And now... Okay, it's this way. Jeez. Here's the depot I was looking for. It's by the orchard. What you have to do is there's a like a ticket booth on the end here, and you'll see that that there's a kiosk someplace. Where's the kiosk? Is it in here? That ain't it. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I lied to you. Maybe they took it out when I wasn't looking. What the heck? Well, I thought it was on the end. Well, shoot dang. Well, I don't remember. There's a kiosk out here somewhere, but take my word for it. And you click on it if you want to rent the train. And then if you do want to rent the train, it'll stop the next time it comes around. And then now you can use it. You can get on it and drive it. Notice right now, if I go through, the train doesn't show up. See, the train's not showing up. As soon as you rent one, it'll show up where you can get in it. What happened? Why did it stop filling? Nothing's working right. I'm upset. Why didn't it fill this thing up? I'm telling you, I can't function. I haven't had my Mountain Dew today. Jeremy's here. Hey, Jeremy. You're ready to go already? Man, your work day. I used to have to work till late in the day. You get off at noon. He's in Texas. I'm on the West Coast. There's a little bit of time difference there. Did the combine turn off? Maybe. Yeah, it did. I wonder why. Is it on a timer? Maybe I only leased it for an hour. Okay. There's the kiosk. It looks like a phone booth. So if you want to use the train, you just rent it at one of these kiosks. Maybe. Hey, Lori's been working. When did she go to work? Switch hand tools, camera, turn on flashlight. Train is going to arrive in, oh, it's coming. It'll be coming round the mountain when it comes. There it is. Okay, so I had rented it. There it is. It's coming. So now that it's rented, I should be able to tab into it. Maybe. Maybe not. I can't remember. I've only used it once. And I haven't actually even used it to haul anything. Yeah, I gotta wait till I get it, I guess. Bark, 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 bark. All right, let's, I gotta get ready to pick up that grass. So I need the quicker picker upper, but what tractor did I have that on? Quicker picker upper. I had that on the Tri-6, I think. Where's the Tri-6 at? All right, we're going to hook this to the quicker picker upper and run out and grab some grass. I love this tractor. This tractor's cool, man. So powerful and it drives so good. It doesn't steer so good, but then that's not the tractor's fault. That's the game has awful steering in it. Worse than it's ever been. You start at 8 a.m. and leave at 4 p.m. So, and you have like a 3-hour lunch. Don't you guys have your own cantina or whatever? Cafeteria? Oh! Collision course. I love that. Oh, it's getting a little foggy out. Foggy Wintercourt, and he did right. Jeremy, what are you up to today? Jeremy's a man of few words, I've noticed. Kind of like me. I never hardly ever talk. Well, before I started YouTubing, I never talked. I haven't got anybody to talk to. And Carol doesn't listen to me, so. All right, let's drop the picker upper and we'll drop the boom. We're gonna lay down the boom. And then, actually, we'd probably start on the other end. I don't think it matters, but. 30-minute lunch, but I don't take it. Do you get the time? Do you get to leave a half hour early if you don't take your lunch? I wonder if Lori's driving the rice machine, the rice harvester. She is. Lori's driving this. Is Lori here? I didn't see Lori come in. All right, we're going to jump into Mog here. All right, there's the train. The train is coming round the bend. So, yeah, see, we can drive the train now. Wee-haw. Rice is going to take a month to get harvested. Oh no, I'm going to block the road to the biogas plant. Nobody can use it. It's unusable. That what it am. I still don't know where my trailer's at. Where's my trailer? Let's see if we can garage. Trailer. Is there any way to select it? Select it. And I can't enter it because it's not enterable. View on the map. There we go. I thought maybe there'd be a reset here, but there isn't. But this will show it on the map. It's over here. So it's by field 18, I guess. All right, we know where it's at now. We're going to go fetch on it. Let's go fetch it. This thing is smooth. Look at that dashboard. Whoa! It's a cement truck. If I had to get hit by something, it wouldn't be. I would rather it not be a cement truck. Or a truck full of manure. Or slurry would be even worse. This is the quietest diesel I've ever heard. Okay. Pick it up. And we're off like a herd of turtles. 30-minute lunch. Okay. How much noise does that bear have to make to be heard from a forest? I didn't know bears made that much noise when they took a dump. Hey, people from California, they never stop, do they? Do they even look? Or just assume that they've got the right of way because they're from California? There it is. Last time I did something like that, there was somebody watching from California and I got blasted. What are the odds, though? They're probably not very good that somebody from California would be watching this. Anyway, there you go. Look, the lambs are getting bigger. Oh, the chickens are really growing. Look at that. They were just babies. Are they laying eggs yet? Probably not. I probably haven't fed them. What's that red band there? What is that? What is that? There's another one over yonder. I don't know what that is. It's a marker from something. Huh. All right, I should see if those guys need grain. Let's look. Animals, sheep, chickens. The rooster's 6 months old. They're not aging. They don't have any food. I must have just bought them and threw them in here, and they're all starving to death. What? That ain't right. Where's my carrot tree? I wonder how much I can get in that. Let's see what I got for grain. What have I got? I don't have any grain. No wonder they didn't get fed. I got oats. Will they eat oats? I'm not sure if chickens will eat oats. Where's the Kubota? All right, let's see if the chickens will eat oats. Well, there goes Scorpion. He's going to hit the road. Texas drivers, look out. Nope, they don't take oats. Well, let's see what they do take. Let's, I think they take wheat. Pretty sure that they'll take wheat. How about barley? Because I do have barley growing. Let's see if they'll take barley. Hey, they take barley. All right, I'm just going to give them a little bit of something to eat here, and then when we harvest that field, we'll fill up this silo. So what else do they need? They make eggs, evidently. Total capacity. They don't need water, I guess. No water. Just food. All right, works for me. Let that sit there for now. Let's go look around. What were we doing? Oh, let's get the rest of these carrots. then I'm pretty sure the rice needs to be picked up again. Let's do that. You guys can't see it, but my beacon's running. Yeah, I can't see it. I thought maybe you could see it flashing. I can't see it. Alrighty. I'll have to work on getting a camera on it. That would be funny. Yeah, the beacon works on the train. Woo-hoo! I can't remember how the horn works. Well, it lets me off on the wrong side of the tracks. What the heck? Alright, we're going to give it back, I guess. If I give it back, then it takes off on its own. So there you go. I don't know where I'm at. Where am I? Where's my farm? Where am I at? There's my farm. How come I can't fly anymore? Did I shut flying? Oh, I did. All right. What were we doing? Let's see. Is the corn done? Did he get all the corn? Well, he got this field. Okay. Let's get in that combine. Combine. Where's the combine? There's combine. Is it that one? It is. How'd I guess on the first try? Hey, it's soup du jour. And nobody told me. Where's Matt? Was Matt here today? Okay, I'm pretty sure my blood sugars are up. I'm going to check, but I'm pretty sure they are. So, yeah, they're up. So we're going to do soup du jour. We're going to do something sparkly. That's what we're going for. Get my trusty thermos out, my invisible thermos. And we're going to do just a diet today. Put it in the thermos and auto load. Slowly, very slowly. Am I pinching it? I might be pinching it. I was. Ow. All right. Oh, that is cold. Drives me crazy. Very refreshing. And no Dr. Pepper or Diet Mountain Dew doesn't pay me a thing. I have to pay them. Well, actually, I have to pay him because he's my distributor for Dr. Pepper. And then the cat goes crazy when I drink this stuff. So I need to do this more often because my cat's getting really fat. She's almost 18 pounds. I told you, I think yesterday was it? I had the cat in my lap for 2-3 hours, and I had to use this pencil to do my keyboard because I didn't want to wake her up. She's sleeping on my lap, so if you startle her, the claws come out. Depending, sometimes I'll set the seat back and she'll crawl up on my chest, and then, of course, door slams or something in my chest. It hurts like hell. I can understand why some people get a cat declawed, but I don't know. I didn't want to do that. Bye-bye, kitty. Are you guys still here, or is it just me? All right, who's doing this? Hey, Miss Nelson's running the corn rig. Well, Scorpion had to leave. He was running it before, so. Okay, I've got some stuff to sell. I noticed that oh, and I got this to pick up. Let me get this off the field. Wonder where Nick's at. I haven't seen Nick for a while. Hope he's okay. You guys remember Nick? He's the one that had the channel on the nighttime sleepy music. Music for what's that when you just sit and think about stuff? God, my mind. I told you, I just can't remember anything anymore. What is it called when you just sit meditate? Music for meditating and sleeping and relaxing and stuff like that. He's got all different kinds of music, and there's some scientific studies being done on music where if you have headphones on and you're listening to music, and the music is at different waves of whatever those waves are called, sound waves and stuff, frequencies. If the music is in two different frequencies, it does something to your brain, and because your brain notices that kind of thing. Your ears may not hear that the music is in different frequencies, but your brain picks that up. I'm not entirely sure what the hell they're studying, but I usually laugh when there's somebody that says they're an expert on the brain. They know nothing about our brains. They haven't got a clue. I got to get this picked up before I speed up time again, because every time I speed up time, this stuff grows, and I don't want it growing so fast because I haven't fertilized it yet. Okay, to me, this is the most efficient way to do it. You get these two on the end, these are headland rows here. If you pick those up, since they're going to, 90 degrees off the other one, then you can just run this all the way down the field. If you do this. Once I have those little strips done, then I can just run this from one field to the next, to the next, to the next, and just go straight on down, turn around, come back. Seems efficient to me because I don't have to stop and do a lot of turning around, and backing up and going forward. And Matt, you missed it. Soup du jour was Diet Mountain Dew today. You've been away sorting out a virus. Are you talking about you and Jenny got a virus, or are you talking about a computer virus? When did Matt come in? Oh, there he is. Oh, he wants to know what I'm drinking. Just a Diet Mountain Dew, Matt. That's soup. That's the soup du jour. Soup of the day. I can't tell you how many people have commented to me and when did soda become soup? Hey, I do things the rude man way. You do them your way. I poured my last can of Mountain Dew into a bowl of vegetable beef soup and called it soup of the day. But you don't know, I didn't mix them in a bowl. I just ate the soup and drank the pop at the same time, and they kind of mix up. I don't know how that works. I'm not big on digestion. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-la. Come on, drive straight. Can't drive this thing straight. You didn't put a condom on your drive when you stuck it in? Well, no wonder. You're living life dangerously. Tomorrow is the weekend. Well, I guess if you think that Thursday is the weekend, but usually Thursday isn't even close to Friday. Well, it is. Thursday's closer to Friday than Wednesday is, I suppose. Of course, I don't know where Matt lives. He may live where the time zone's a day or two ahead of us or behind us or whatever. I don't know. Frank, what you doing? Never streams. You're an awesome stream. Thank you, Frank. Are you still at work? See, Frank's one of these guys that keeps a family fed, so that's good. That's good. I did my share of work. I work pretty darn hard. I do 3 jobs at once. Right now that I've got all those ends done on all these fields, as you can see, I can just run straight on down the field and not have to turn and stop and slow down. And you're an hour behind me? Okay. Big Mac's in the house. Big Mac. Big Mac. Big Mac. Big Bad Mac. Everybody else probably thinks of McDonald's when Mac comes in. I think of that song about Big Mac. Of Of course, it wasn't Big Mac. It was Big Jim. It's the same thing. Jim, Mac. "21 days straight. You don't get weekends off?" When I first started in, one of my jobs, I had to work 6 days a week. Carol and I both were working 6 days a week. At least we got the same day off. We both got Sunday off. But that was tough. We had Sunday to get all the laundry done for the week. So, and getting ready for the next week. We had Sunday to go out and do grocery shopping, do laundry, clean the kitchen, clean the house. With kids growing up, the house was always, it wasn't dirty, but it was a mess. Little kids, they'll go in and there's clothes everywhere. They have a hamper in their room, but they don't know what it's for. Don't put their toys away. Anyway, one day is all we got. And we were more tired after that day than, the work days. So we didn't get much rest. And Carol did that for several years. I worked my way up into management in a couple of years, so I got weekends off when I got into management. I've done that so many times. Start a new job, I would start at the bottom rung and work my way up to manager. And usually it only took me about a year or two to do that. I used to tell people, I would do anything to feed my family, even if I lost my job tomorrow and the only job available would be working at McDonald's. I'd go to work at McDonald's to feed my family. I would be managing it by the end of the year, but I wouldn't be afraid to take that kind of job if it's the only job available. Big Hoss used to tell us that his dad used to say to him all the time, he'd have friends from school come over. And I don't know why I'm parking this. I got a lot more grass to pick up. And he would say, about the farm work, he'd say, and school, he says, the world needs ditch diggers too. Of course, these kids didn't understand what that meant, but not everybody can be the boss. Somebody has to do the work. So the world needs ditch diggers just as much as they need managers and supervisors. Matter of fact, more so. It's amazing some of these businesses that have 5 managers when they only have 2 employees. McDonald's. You go to work at McDonald's. Hey, son, we're going to give you a title. Really? Yeah, you're going to be the manager of French fries. You're going to work twice the hours for half the pay, but you've got a title. You're going to be a manager. They didn't get it. That title doesn't mean much if you're just going to work more hours and get paid less just because you're a manager. Can't remember where I left off. Down here somewhere, I think. I know that because I live on the West Coast. Are you sure? Are you sure I live on the West Coast? According to my computer, I'm in Denver, Colorado right now. And sometimes I'm in England. When did I put that down? Maybe I didn't pick it up. Whoops. All right, here we go. Gotta figure this out. I live in Park Rapids, Minnesota. Is that Minnesota? It doesn't get cold there, does it, Matt? My dad's generation was from Minnesota. He lived not, he didn't live in St. Cloud. He lived around St. Cloud. I can't remember the town that he was from. But his family, not all of them, but a good part of them, moved to Washington State before I was born. But yeah, my dad was from Minnesota. He used to talk about the winters wherever he was from. They used to have to tie a rope from the barn door to the back door of the house so that when they went out to feed the animals, they could find their way back because the blizzards were so bad. He told me that his feet had been, what do they call that when it gets cold? Frostbitten. He used to get frostbite all the time on his fingers and toes and his ears, his nose. The winters were so bad. But yeah, he said they'd have to tie a rope between the barn and the house because sometimes the blizzard would be so bad that you couldn't see. You literally could almost not see your hand in front of your face. And so they had to use the rope to find their way back to the house after feeding the animals. Yeah, frostbite. When I was younger, I didn't have a problem with cold. Hey, Lori's here. Lori, how you doing? Is Lori still working? Yeah, Lori's still doing the rice. Look how much you've done, Lori. And this has been 2 days. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. I have a picture on my other computer that comes on when on the splash screen when you turn the computer on. And I can't remember what I named that computer, but it's got the name of the computer and a picture of me. It happens to be a picture of me in New Orleans. There's some more of that. Is that where those are coming from? What are these stripes coming from? Huh. Weird. They're over here too. Or maybe they moved. Nope, they're still there. I don't know what the hell those are. Anyway, it's a picture of me in New Orleans, and so we've come full circle. I was 30-something then, and I weighed 185 pounds, and I was about 5'8" something, and I'm back down to 185 pounds. after all these years. 40 years later, 40. Yeah, 40 years later. And, but I'm only like 5'6" now. I've lost a couple of inches. And I'll probably lose more than that when I get old. I guess you start losing gravity. Gravity finally takes a hold of things, and when you get older, maybe you start bending. You get broken. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but Carol's lost a couple inches too. Carol used to be almost as tall as me, and now she's down below my chin. So, it sucks to get old, tell you. Well, there's two ways of looking at it. Getting old is better than staying, than not getting old, because not getting old means that you're not with us anymore. You have assumed room temperature. Sour bread, I like sour bread. That's what I used to do. I used to have one of them bread makers. They're a pain to work. It'd probably be easier just baking your own bread. But I used to use that bread maker, and that was my favorite. I tried a bunch of different breads, but the one I really liked was just a sourdough. I'd make a sourdough bread, and it would come out kind of roundish, but that's okay, because the only time I really made the sourdough bread was when I made a pot of stew, and then I would cut it in half and take the bread, scoop the bread out, and then use the bread as a bowl. And it's gonna get wet. It's got stew in it. So you put the bread bowl on a plate or something, because it's gonna, you're gonna start eating on it, and it's gonna get wet. But it's good. It's good. I recommend it if you've got nothing else to do and to waste your time. Bread bowls for beef stew. All right, this guy right here can now, I think he's empty. Let's go run and see if we can do those. Is it sugar beets or potatoes? I can't remember. I think it's sugar beets. But I've got the universal thingamabobber doodle on here, so I can do every fruit there is with this header. All right, is this ready? Ready to harvest. Okay, yes it is. Yes it is. We got parsnips that are ready to parsnips. We got parsnips that are ready to. I said parsnips. No, what did I say? Parsnips. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. What's he doing?
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Lori. It's easy, no machine needed. You still need a oven though, right? Back when I was a kid in the 5th grade, I got farmed out to this woman that was 85, I think, at the time. She lived by herself, and she'd broke her hip, and the state was paying me. I can't remember because my folks didn't tell me how much I was making. I don't think it was very much. But my folks put me in this job. They got a hold of the state, and the state was paying so much money for me to stay with this woman at her house in the 5th grade, and I had to cook, clean, whatever needed to be done. I had to take care of the dog. She had a dog named Shep. I kind of took the dog over though. He was my dog after I got there. And but she had a wood stove, a wood oven, and so I had to stoke the wood oven up. They used to have back in the day for people that were on assistance a thing called commodity foods, and it was a kind of surplus food from farmers and stuff around the country that the government got a hold of, and it was surplus food. The government paid the farmers for it, and then they gave it out to people that were on assistance as commodity foods. They had powdered eggs, powdered milk. They had great big loaves of cheese, or it could kind of look like a cake, big thing of cheese. I don't think you had a choice on what the cheese was. It was just like a cheddar cheese. And then they had flour and that kind of stuff. And you once a month or so, you would go to the local Safeway or the local Elks Club, and a truck would come up into the parking lot, and you'd stand in line and get your share of the food. And so that would help you get through the month. Well, we would get all that stuff, and I would go home, and there was a flour bin in the in the side of the shelving unit next to the stove, and you would take your flour and pour it in this. It was lined with steel and stuff, and you just pulled it out. You'd pour your flour in there. If there was old flour in there, because sometimes you get these little things in flour, there's little bugs and stuff. I can't remember what they were called, but sometimes the flour would get a little bit old. I would take that flour out, and I would put the fresh flour in, and then I would bake. I'd get the stove, full of wood, and start a big fire, and I would bake bread all day, and biscuits and things like that. I would take the old bread, and I would mix it up, and I would make biscuits for the dog. His name was Shep. He was a big shepherd dog, and his name was Shep. Imagine that. So he got biscuits. They were, old flour, but they were still good. Can you imagine? In the 5th grade, I'm baking biscuits and whatever else we needed with the flour. But I had to cook the meals, clean the house. Sometimes she would need alcohol rubs on her legs and stuff. I was only 5th grade. I didn't know nothing about it. I just did it. I can remember some times though. One time it was Halloween, this time of year, and I was in the house mopping floors when my brothers and sisters came. They were all going trick or treat and wanted me to go, and I said, I can't. I got this work to do. I said, maybe I can join you once I get the floors all mopped. And so I did. I got there late, but I didn't get much candy. It was late in the day, late in the evening. But yeah, that's what I did in the 5th grade. Later on, I was finished with that job when her hip got better, and her family finally decided to put her in a nursing home. So I kind of lost my job, but wasn't too much after that. Then they put me out in a new job. They found some woman, an older guy and an older gal that had a farm, and no, his name wasn't McDonald. I can't remember what his name was, but they needed a little helper dude. So I got farmed out again, literally farmed out again, and I had to live with them. And all I got for it was room and board. But that was good enough because that woman could cook. And it's a farm, man. They had fresh milk. I'd go out and milk the cows every morning, and we had fresh milk and butter, and he kept bees. We had bee honey, and boy, some of the meals were just unbelievable. But again, I was a little bit older now, though. But I was still like 12 or 13 at that time, or so. Or maybe 14. Patrick. Yeah, so I ended up working there for 2-3 years. I mean, they were nice people. They bought things. If I needed a new pair of work boots, I got a new pair of work boots. The old guy was pretty nice. He'd take me to town on weekends, and we'd look at trucks and stuff. And that's back when they had. Anybody remember Datsuns? Anybody? Yeah, I have a rough day every day. I'm getting old. Can't remember stuff. Like I can't remember your name. Anyway, this farmer, he'd take me around. He taught me how to drive a tractor, and we did a lot of tractor work, farming stuff. We bucked hay and did a bunch of stuff. But he would take me on Sunday. We'd go down to the local Datsun dealer. Well, Datsuns at that time, they're Japanese cars and pickups, and they're imported. They weren't made here. They were made in Japan, obviously. But they were little tiny little things. And he told me one day, he said, maybe we'll get you one of these little Datsuns. I think they thought I was their kid now. I don't know. But I never did get the Datsun, but it was fun dreaming about it. That's why I say I never had a childhood. I was working since the time I could walk. And, family kept shipping me off. Working for other people. Long time ago. Yeah, if I was, 12 years old, I'm 72 now. So you're talking 60, 70 years ago. 60 years ago. Yeah, Nissan. I think Datsun. Somebody told me one time Datsun meant rabbit or something in Japan. I don't know. I'd have to ask a Japanese guy or girl what Datsun meant. A Datsun. I thought it was a dog, a wiener dog. I think it is, but that's German. I know a little bit of German. That's why when we were playing that Red Dead yesterday, I could kind of understand what that guy was saying. My brother-in-law was from Germany, and he had a really thick accent, and his name was Rudolph, just like mine. Rudolph Schreck. And he didn't look like the one that's in the cartoons. But yeah, he was always kicking stuff. He was a soccer player, so as he would go through his orchards and stuff, he had an orchard, several orchards, and as he was going through there, if there was like an apple off the tree, and he'd be kicking it across the orchard. He's kicking everything because he was a soccer player, and I guess he thought he was pretty good at kicking stuff. But yeah, so anyway, half the time he was speaking German, and so I kind of picked up a few things. Your dad had a Datsun? They were rugged little trucks. They were tiny too when they first came out. They were little bitty things. What, rust buckets you call them? I had a friend that had one, and he was a wild man. He just the one he had, it held up for quite a while because he was just crazy with it. Hey, Dennis is here. Hi, Dennis. How you doing today? Oh, she's doing great. She came in and got some whiskey from me today. I mentioned I have this little flask here that I keep full of Fireball whiskey, and I keep it in the fridge. I need to fill it up. I took a swig of it this morning, but Carol's been having a little bit of trouble with her. It's that time of year she has allergies, and some of the certain things give her certain different symptoms. She has some allergies to mold. Well, it's wet around here. It rains all the time, so there's a lot of mold around here. Pollen. She's allergic to pollen. She can't go out and lay in the sun much because she breaks out. Sunlight. She's allergic to that. Pollen in the air. There's different stuff around that people have. Cut grass. I don't know all the stuff that she's probably allergic to because we just lived through it. She's never been in where they said, "Oh, you're allergic to this and you're allergic to that," and they do tests for that. I wouldn't go in and do it because they want to poke you with a bunch of needles and stuff. Just tell me I've got allergies and that's why my nose is running. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know what the hell's doing it. It's probably something I can't get away with or get away from. So anyway, she's never been tested for anything, but she may get a runny nose from something, or she may get sneezes from something, or coughs from something. But there's something right in the air right now that's making her get like phlegm or stuff in your throat, and you're always doing that. And she came in yesterday and she says, "Have you still got some of that whiskey?" And I said, "Yeah, I still got the bottle. It's been in the fridge for 3 years." She says, "Can I have a little shot of that? I'm trying to see if there's something that can clear this stuff up." And I said, "Okay." So I brought my flask out yesterday, and I just poured a little bit in a shot glass and gave it to her. And she came in about 15 minutes later and she said, "Man, that worked great. It just cleared my throat clear out." She said, "See, I'm all happy now." And I said, "Well, yeah, it's because you're drunk." I'm not sure, Dennis. I've been so busy lately. Making videos like that takes a lot of time. The streaming is easy. I just turn the computer on at 1 o'clock, come in and say hello to you guys, talk for 2 hours, and then shut the computer off and I'm done. If I have to make a video, I have to record it. That takes an hour or so. Then I have to edit it. That takes another hour because I have to edit it minute by minute. Then it has to be rendered. That takes several hours. Then it has to be compressed. That takes another couple of hours. Then I have to load it up into YouTube. That takes 3 or 4 hours because I'm doing it at 4K. It takes a day or two to do one video. So it's a lot of work. That's what I'm trying to say. And right now I'm working on a couple other projects, so I haven't had time. All right, let's go check on stuff. Uh-oh, Lori's been waiting here patiently. She's probably been wondering where that flask is. Come around. You get paid with buckets of whiskey instead of buckets of grain. Just watch it over, Dennis. I do that once in a while. I'll just watch some of my old videos just to remember what I did. This truck doesn't want to shift when you're turning. I'll try, Dennis. I'll try. If I can get a couple of them recorded and in the can, Just put one out a week. Yeah, watch. I'm going to turn this thing. Watch how it shifts. So slow. Once you start going straight, it's not too bad. This guy gets paid by the hour just shifting. I could tell him, look, if you shift faster, then you can shift more, and I'll pay you by the shift instead of by the hour. This is the ugliest little truck. But they're sold with the tractors, so it's not really a truck, I don't think. I think they're considering it a tractor with a bed on the back. Well, you can get it without the bed, though. But here's something that's funny that I noticed when I bought it. Okay, see that cutout thing in the back of the bed of the truck? Watch when I dump the trailer. Wow, isn't that magic? I guess it's supposed to do that. Because you can see where the cutout is. It must be like it's a panel, and when you hook up to that, it goes away. I don't know where it goes, but it goes away. So does the... Oh, the hydraulics have to hook up in there. Anyway, there you go. Amazing, eh? Amazing grace. Whoa, you forgot your plow. Y'all can't plow if you don't have it on. Anybody know if I fed the lambs? Because I didn't feed the chickens. I bought all those chickens, didn't feed them. Oh boy, can I get through here? That's going to be tight, isn't it? Oh, just barely. Whoa! I don't know if he was as scared as I was, but... I forgot. I need to grab this. Let's see, what do we got here? What is this? This is, what's in this? This is lime. Okay. Shiner, how you doing? Shiner Buggy. I had to look at it twice because I thought it said Shriner Buggy. And I thought, oh wow, there's somebody as old as I am. I was never in the Shriners though. I was in the Elks for a while. I was a Grand Poobah in the Elks. And then, is this harvested? It is harvested. Is it going to work? He is. He's going to work. I was in the Eagles for a little bit. Let's see what else. I was in Chamber of Commerce once. Junior Chamber of Commerce in that too. A bunch of things. When you're a businessman in a little town, small town, or a big city, you belong to organizations because you need, that's where you do your business and stuff. Like when I was at the bank paid my green fees at the local golf course because I did a lot of business on the golf course. You take your clients out, play some golf with them, talk business while you're out there, talk them into investing in things and whatever it was you were trying to sell at the bank. Try to sell people on putting money in your bank instead of the neighbor bank. So we did a lot of business on a golf course, but it's the same thing with all these little community clubs and stuff. When I was at the bank, you know, I had to be, and what I hated about it, you're a banker. So as soon as you walk in and they bring you into their little club, oh, we got a new treasurer. Huh? I count money enough at the bank. I don't have to do it in my free time too. But yeah, they made every time they made you the treasurer of the club. Silliness. What is this? Oh, this was carrots. Well, what am I doing over here? Did I already do the corn? Oh, the corn's done. When did I do this field? Oh, all the corn is done. Well, shoot dang. What am I going to do now? Make some corn on the cob. Right? All right, let's get in this combine here. Where's it at? Is it that one? Oh, quit blowing your horn. What else you get for Christmas? Bum. Didn't know what to call you. What you is it? You talking about Shiny? You could call him Shiner, or you could call him Buggy. We could call him 94, but I'm not quite sure what the 94 is. Unless there's 93 other shiny buggers. Or Buggy. Oh my God. Whoa! I looked at the chat for 1 second and look what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes. Look what Scorpion missed by being on the road today. Okay, that's 2 full fields of corn, and it's barely half of the bin. 54% of the bin. All right, let's get rid of whatever that is. Oh, Lori's waiting for me again. Ooh, look at the seats in this. Aren't they pretty? I totaled it. You'd think I would have. I didn't even lose my grain. The corn's still there. Okay, I want to get that other... I think the other spreader has fertilizer in it, so let's see if we can double team that field. Look at the lightning bolts. This would be a good Mountain Dew tractor. Whoa, that was quick. Okay, let's see, where's that? Okay, it starts over here, right about here. So, let's see if we can double team this thing. Because he's not going to catch that other guy. We can get the fertilizer done and lime at the same time. You put the lime in the coconut. Stir it all together. Put the lime in the coconut. Make it all better. Does lime in a coconut actually make it better, though? I kind of like coconut. I don't know if I'd like it with lime in it. I'm kind of funny. I love lemons. I like to, chew on lemons, suck the lemon juice out of the cut lemon, and I like to put lemon on fish. I like lemonade. I like lemon candy. I like lemon pie and lemon cake and all kinds of stuff. But I don't like, if you had a glass, if this was a glass and not a cup. Look how big this, I'm choking to death. Look how big this friggin' cup is. I gotta hold it with two hands. It's so big when I drink my tea. Anyway, when they put a little thing of lemon on your iced tea glass? I hate that. Don't put that shit in my iced tea. And I love lemon, but I don't want it in my iced tea. And I always forget when I go to a restaurant and they want to know, what do you want? Do you want to? Because I get enough soda. I don't like soda with I usually get an iced tea or something. And so I'll ask for an iced tea, and I'll forget every time. Don't put the friggin' lettuce in it, please. Lettuce. Yeah, don't put lettuce in. Lemon. Don't put the lemon in. Don't put a sprig of anything in it. I'm trying to think of something. I can't remember what it was. Doctor Who, one of the Doctor Who's, the young one, on his uniform, that they each had to have their own stupid costume. On his, somebody had the bright idea to put a piece of fruit or vegetables, celery. They took a celery stick and made him put it on his lapel of his coat, and he hated it. He hated that piece of what I just say, whatever that was. And it looked all wilty in the show and stuff, it just, hey, your piece of vegetable there is rotting. That was silly. I don't want that. They'll use that in a Bloody Mary, and sometimes in Bloody Marys they'll take a stick of whatever that was I said, that vegetable, and put in a Bloody Mary. I don't know why. Celery. Why can't I remember stuff anymore? It's really I'm starting to get scared about it. It's getting awful. Anyway, yeah, they'd take a Bloody Mary and they'd put a little stick of that in there. I don't know why. It's kind of like if you get a spicy drink and they'll take a stick of cinnamon and put in it. It's good if they tell you, though, because you take a big swig and choke on the stupid cinnamon, or the piece of vegetable. Somebody tells a joke and you snort your soda. Imagine if you had that, you'd snort a celery stick out your nose. That's awful. Well, yeah, on that other farm, I haven't played that other farm since I started playing this. What they stick in Bloody Mary? A celery stick. Not everybody. I've just been in places that have done that. They take a celery stick, put it in Bloody Mary. Well, tomato juice in a Bloody Mary, celery isn't too far-fetched, I guess, if you're gonna put tomatoes in it, tomato juice. They used to say I never liked the taste of beer, so when I went out with the work group, after work a lot of times if people go to the taverns, we'd get off at midnight, and we'd run down to the local tavern because they stayed open until 2 o'clock. 1 or 2 o'clock, so we'd close them out. We'd just go down, and the guys that have a beer. But you know, I didn't drink, and I didn't like the taste of beer at all. Um, so to make it drinkable for me, I'd put tomato juice in the beer. And the only problem with that is I can't tell you, in the wintertime, there in the town I grew up in, there used to be snow up to your knees in the wintertime. They barely get a dusting of snow nowadays. But back then, you used to get a substantial amount of snow every year. And I got called out by the owner of the tavern because I didn't drink. So if I had a couple of beers, I didn't always make it to my car. And so drinking tomato juice in your beer kind of marks it on the white snow. And so this guy called me out one day. Is that you that's puking in the damn parking lot? No, sir, it wasn't me. He said, you're the only one I know of that drinks that tomato juice in your beer. He said, it's not my fault. I don't drink. I can't handle it. He said, at least the snow isn't yellow. When you're a kid, you do stupid things. We used to go out and try to spell our name in the snow with our piss. And I used to be able to hold that much. Can't anymore. It's just be a couple of dots in the snow. This is god awful. Is it time for me to go? It is. It's time for me to go. God, I get into conversations like this. I blame Andy. Only because Scorpion's not here. You like Mary and the boys. Shrimp around the rim. Is my face red or what? Probably is. It's getting hot in here. It's still, what is it? Oh, wow, it's up to 60 degrees today. It didn't make 60 yesterday. And it's been rainy. And when it rains this time of year, you know, it gets dark so early and it stays dark till I think what sunrise this morning was about 7:30, something like that. Daylight savings time is the day after Scorpion's birthday. So Scorpion's birthday is be on Saturday. Daylight savings time ends that night. So he's not going to be able to celebrate too late because he needs to sleep. Do we lose an hour's sleep? I think we do. Where does it fall back? Yeah, it falls back. So you gain an hour. Wow, I can't remember. Anyway, the 2nd of November is daylight savings time. That's the day after Scorpion's birthday's November 1st. So with that, I'm going to end it here. Hope you guys had fun. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. And if I'm still alive, I'll be back next week or so. You never know. Halloween's coming up, isn't it? All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now. Where's the camera up here? Ta-ta. See you later. Tater. Maybe. I'm still here. There we go. Bye-bye.